Hey guys, JackelWolf back again, back in the garden. It is about a week after the last vlog. It's April 28th, I believe, and the weather has changed just profoundly. As you can see, there is almost no snow left. I think I got a couple shady spots. I got a little bit of ice or snow left in them, and that is really it. So. Things are starting to get green. You can definitely see a couple of, like the grass is getting green in here. As you can see, the onion sets that I grew last year, these are my own homemade onion sets. They are actually doing really, really well. It's a little experiment I've been sort of playing around with for the last couple of years, is making my own onion sets. Now, if you don't know, an onion set is basically like a mini onion that you plant. Onions are need a long time to grow. I got a little grass seed there. I'm gonna have to get at that properly. Onions need a long time to grow, and we just don't have enough time here in Canada, at least not in where I am. We are zone 3A. I've read recently that we have changed to zone 4. And that's just, I think, the way the weather's been changing. In any case, there's two ways to get onions. You can plant seeds and grow them straight from seeds, or you can plant sets, which are just really mini onions that have been harvested early and then replanted, because onions grow really, really well. So what I've been doing is I've been growing my own mini onions. I'll start planting them in June, which is really late if you want to harvest for that year, and then replanting them, like just sort of transplanting them in the fall to where I want them to grow the next year. And then the idea is that they're going to winter over and then sprout like this in the spring, and we'll get a good onion crop. And this is so far the most success I've had. Last year I transplanted them straight across. I didn't try drying them. I didn't try, it was just a straight transplant. Before I would harvest them, let them dry out like I would a regular onion, and then a month later I would plant them again. So this seems to be the way to go. It's sort of like a 2-year cycle on the onions. The real key will be seeing how many of these bolt and how many of these actually form nice, good bulbs. So these are 2 onions I left behind for seed. So you can see they're kind of sprouting up there. It does look like they split, which is something that does happen when you overwinter onions, but I'm not too worried about that. Actually, what I might do, I'm hoping there's a good, just take this down, throw that into my compost, and I'll have to go to the other side to get the other one. Oh, there's a one there I can't remember leaving. Now you see all the straw I've got down there? I put that down as mulch in the fall, mainly to keep weeds from growing up while I wasn't actually out in the garden. I'll probably pull that one right out. Now, one other thing, now this is something I do almost every year, is the garlic. And garlic is pretty much meant to be overwintered, at least, again, in zone 4, zone 3A, you have to overwinter the garlic. It gives it a nice bulb. It's what breaks it apart. I don't know how other zones go. I think those are multiplier onions in the back there. I'll have to double check. I'll see what comes up. I also left some carrots in here with some hopes of getting some carrot seed. I get some more garlic over here. So I'm really happy. Every time when I go into the garden, I see these new sprouts come up. I am really, really happy. It makes me know that I did something right last year. What else have we got? Now these were leeks that were just small leeks from last year. They didn't grow very big. So I did similar to what I did with the onion sets. And actually this year I am actually going to grow leeks specifically to move over and basically sort of retransplant in the fall. And I think I got more onions over here. And you can see there's some of these are coming up. Anywhere you see this nice bright green, that means it's sort of like a new growth. Some of these are a little loose in the ground. I don't know if the winter heaved them up or if I just didn't plant them as deep as I thought I did. But also, since we're on the topic of what we did last week, okay, here we go now. Don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Don't know how well this is focusing here, but the currant bushes are starting to sprout, so good news there. I did look earlier at my carrots, not my carrots, my apple trees, my crab apple and my apple, and they were not sprouting yet. Oh, and you can see over here, it's a little bit in the shade, but I do not have any ice left here, so I will have no trouble getting my tools out of that shed. Okay, so that's enough poking around the garden. I think what I am going to focus on is I'm moving my pea trellis. I'm going to move it over to this section over here. This is where I grew potatoes last year, so I'm going to grow a set of peas here, and also another one down there where I grew potatoes as well. Lettuce is going to go in where the peas was, lettuce and spinach. Already running out of space. Carrots are going to go in here. I've got a big cleanup. I didn't mulch it over like I should have, so you can see the grass kind of grew a little bit more than it needed to. It's not a whole lot of space for carrots, so I might have to do some carrots in some bins. Holy cow, now that I think about it, I think I'll have to do my beans at the front of the peas, because I got two types of peas, and I got a bush bean, because I know I always run out of room. And then these two beds here, I've got to do something with, and this is actually only half a bed. It's really, really overgrown. There's a lot of chives in that spot, and I may pull them out and put the asparagus there, or I might put the asparagus in one of these big guys. I gotta see how much room it's going to need compared to how much I've actually got of it. So yeah, I'm going to put this off to the side so you guys can watch, and then we'll just sort of speed through this. All right, see you guys in a bit. That is definitely my favorite bugs to find in the garden. I absolutely love finding ladybugs. They're one of the few bugs that Creative Kitty 09 doesn't mind. She actually is really terrified of bugs. So hopefully that's focused in there. Oh, and off she goes, or off he goes. Okay, so that top layer is off. I'm not looking to get all of it out. I just want enough that I can get at these weeds underneath it, and then I can plant the peas in the top. And I'm going to do a layer this week, and maybe in 2 weeks I'll do another layer, and then I'm going to have to put the beans out a little bit closer to the end of May, because they can't take any frost at all. So I'm going to do a little weeding in here and get some of these weeds out, and we'll be right back. So basically, I'm trying to get these grass little tufts out. Oh, there's a little ladybug bug joined me on my weeding here. But I'm trying to get all of these roots out as well. I'm trying to do my best to get all of these long weeds out. They will spread pretty easily in the garden, so that is my goal right now. Hey guys, so I've finished the 1 3x3. I was kind of surprised. A couple of places it was actually still icy, about 2-3 inches under the topsoil there. But you saw the video last week. I mean, I had snow in this yard less than 7 days ago, so I shouldn't be too surprised about it. I also threw a little bit of that straw back over top, just to kind of act as like a little bit of a mulch, keep some of that moisture in there, because the dirt's nice and moist right now. So when I go and plant the peas, it'll be all ready to go. I may water it a little bit. We are actually expecting a lot of rain tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. But I got 2 more beds to do, and then we'll see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so that's 3 square beds down, 3x3, so 9x3, was that 27 square feet of garden space ready to be planted. Also got almost a full pot worth of weeds out. Now they are going to just go off to the side for now. I've got to clean up my compost sometime in the next couple of weeks. Basically, I got to use this stuff up first. This is the goods compost. I got to take this stuff here, which is all the stuff from last year, put it in here, and then over here is all of the weeds and grass from last year, which is going to go into this one, so it gets an extra year to compost, because weeds and grass, well, weeds you want to, you know, really make sure all those seeds are composted properly, all the roots are composted properly. Grass just takes an extra long time, so I give it an extra year on that. Hey guys, I am back. I've picked the edible snow peas. They're the ones that are going to go over here. Now I've got one other spot a little bit further down that I'm going to have to work on as well. I don't know if I'm probably not going to do that one on camera. I think this is enough for the vlog for today. I might just do just a little entry at the very end just to show you how it ended up. But I'm going to plant these. I'm going to move the trellis over, and then these are good to go. I'm going to plant one row of these and then move the trellis over, and then we will be good to go. All right. Also, now I had some inoculant which left over from a few years ago. I don't usually use it, but we are a little behind this year, so I thought I'd throw it in there just in case. So you can kind of see the peas in there, just a little damp, just enough to get coated with that inoculant. It's supposed to help them grow a little bit better. I don't know myself. I've had successful years without using it, but I thought couldn't hurt this year, especially since I had it sitting on the shelf. So let's get at it. Looks like my mental math is off. I've got 6 leftover peas, so I'm just going to jam them in there a little bit. I find peas can take a little bit of crowding. I got them spaced about 3 or 4 inches apart, so as long as I get a good germination, that should be okay. But I'm going to just find a spot for these and put them in. Alright guys, want to move the trellis. That was the next step. Alright, so, just in case you're wondering, the twine is just sort of extra grab points for the peas to sort of latch onto once they start sprouting, and helps them, grab their way up the trellis. Because when I first built it, I thought they would reach up and then latch on, but it is a little bit of a stretch for them when they're that small, so I've added the twine. I had it left over from bales of hail I had over a couple of years now. We gotta get some new hay or straw this year for the potatoes, because all the straw I've got is old and pretty dirty, and I don't want to be growing potatoes in that. It wouldn't hurt them that much, but I go through so much straw. It's nice to get new stuff every year for the potatoes, and then I can basically work that into as compost for the next couple of seasons. So that's it for the first row of peas. Once they start sprouting, we'll come back, we'll add a second row, and then in about a month we'll add 2, maybe 3 rows of bush beans up front. Just to give it a little bit of ground cover. It'd be like a second mulch. But beans, they are not frost hardy at all. So I'm going to say that's it for this one. I may be back just to show off what I do over for the second set of peas. But that's it. I am JackelWolf. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more gardening videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.